You're probably wondering, how am I going to save 24k per year in my business? Especially at a time where we're seeing inflation going through the roof. Just imagine what you could do with that extra money in your company. Upgrade your IT infrastructure, buy more stock before prices go up, hire a new member of staff. This video is going to be life-changing for your business. Part of this strategy will also mean that you'll be able to get rid of your accountant. It all comes down to utilising some amazing technologies that we are going to explore in this video to not only save you money, but also to automate as much of your accounting and bookkeeping as possible. Now I can imagine you're thinking, I can't replace my accountant with some bit of software. But trust me, after watching this video, you'll be convinced that cloud-based software is the way forward. Stick around to the end of this video as we go through the numbers and show that 24k is a real saving I recently helped implement into one of the businesses I work with, and how we can also get this implemented into your business. But before we get into this, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe button to this channel. Steve runs a construction company and was having quite a tough time. His business was growing, but he just didn't have the time to manage everything himself. His accountant was making crazy demands, and it was all he could do to keep up with the bookkeeping. And he knew that things were starting to get out of hand when he started to dream about bookkeepers. And in his dreams, they were always very demanding and made impossible requests that he could never fulfill. They would never let him rest, and it was starting to take its toll on his work performance. So finally, Steve reached out to myself and asked if there was any kind of solutions I could implement into his business that could help with his bookkeeping. I wanted to ensure that I got a solution in place to help Steve get more control of his business, which would require minimum maintenance from myself and from Steve. I did some research online and found some great cloud-based software that could take care of everything for him. And with a sigh of relief, he cancelled the meeting with his bookkeeper and got busy setting up his new systems. Technology has progressed so much these days that we can pretty much remove the need for a physical bookkeeper in your business and replace them with some powerful cloud-based software. And the two main big ones I always recommend are Xero and QuickBooks. With Steve's business, we implemented QuickBooks, working alongside some other programs called DEXT and ApprovalMax. We will now explore three main areas to consider when looking at a similar solution in your business and get yourself to a similar 24k saving in your company. Firstly, important information for your business, including key metrics we want to keep track of. Secondly, info around managing projects. And then thirdly, ensuring that we're compliant with our final requirements to the tax man. And then after this, we'll look at 5 main software solution benefits to using cloud-based accounting software, which is going to give you peace of mind with such a solution. And then after this, we'll do a full deep dive into the implementation we introduced into Steve's business, including DEXT and ApprovalMax, as well as break down the saving of 24k we managed in his business. So let's get into this. When we are looking to implement a cloud-based accounting software solution, we want to ensure that we are capturing key information and that the system is able to fulfill our needs to help not only track the performance of our business, but also ensure it is able to complete our filing obligations with the tax man. And what are the key metrics we want to be measuring in our business? There is an old saying, turnover is vanity, profit is sanity, and cash is king. With turnover, it's important to keep track of how much revenue you have coming into your business, and we certainly want to ensure this is increasing month on month, year on year. Without turnover, you would not have a business, so ensure that you're taking time to complete sales and marketing activities each month to help your business to continue to grow. Your new cloud accounting system should have a dashboard which will give you a snapshot of monthly or weekly turnover. And with this dashboard, you'll be able to see if you need to take action should your revenue start declining. Turnover alone is not going to help your business grow. You still need to ensure that this turnover is generating a profit and ultimately generating cash into your company. Profit is sanity. Get close to your numbers and ensure you're making profit. I mean, this is the whole reason that you're in business. I've met so many business owners who have no idea what their margins are and have this strange belief that as long as they're working, then they must be making money. So please get a grip of your numbers, understand what your margins are and what you need to make to break even, and be brave enough to turn away loss-making projects or orders. You don't want to be working for nothing. Use your cloud accounting system to keep track of your business expenses and costs, including overhead costs. See if there are opportunities to reduce any unnecessary costs or any direct debits that were set up years ago that are just automatically being taken from your bank account for items or software that you're no longer using. Cash is king, and this is more important these days than ever before. With our working capital cycle, i.e. cash coming in and going out, we want to ensure that we maintain positive cash when completing projects so that these are self-funding. If we have a project valued at £1,000 and we have to pay £500 to deliver this project, which is going to make us £500 profit, see if there are opportunities for your client to pay maybe half of this up front. This way, you will receive the cash early enough to fund the delivery of the project, ensuring that there are no delays to execution. And if there is no opportunity to receive half up front, then leverage your supplier payment terms to fund this project. If your client pays you in 30 days and then you pay your suppliers in 60 days, then this is a really good place to be in, as your supply chain is effectively funding your business and you'll not need to take out any additional finance, loans, etc. I have helped multiple businesses over the last few years, and with pretty much every one, we've had some requirement to complete project accounting. And this is basically where we are delivering products or services and need to track the cost incurred in delivering the solution to help calculate our profitability and margins. And with this data, we'll be able to decide if our solution is priced correctly and returning a healthy margin, or if we actually need to review the pricing structure and potentially increase our prices to our clients. If this is not possible, then it also opens up the opportunity to review costs and see if there are ways of reducing these costs or gaining other savings by increasing productivity and efficiency within the business. This is why being able to capture and report on the revenue and the cost of a project is so powerful and should be a major part of your business setup, driving all your key growth strategies. Another benefit of capturing this data will enable you to measure profitability by different work streams, clients, services, and so on. This will enable you to see which clients are actually costing you money rather than making you money, as well as assess the services you're offering. If you have two services and one is returning 60% and the other is returning 20%, then straight away you can see that your focus should be on trying to sell the 60% services more than the 20% services. It may sound like common sense, but unless you're tracking these metrics, then your business will simply be blind to this valuable information. Your cloud accounting software will also help with final requirements to the tax office, which here in the UK is HMRC. This includes returns that need to be sent to the taxman each month and quarter, which covers payroll and VAT. Your software should also be able to calculate your end of year corporation tax, i.e. income tax, and allow you to file your statutory accounts online. And I've found the tools in QuickBooks and Xero to actually be pretty powerful and has these inbuilt checks and balances allowing you to check any transactions that may have been flagged by the system as exceptions. Being able to process your payroll and related tax calculations and deductions, as well as your VAT, all within the same system, makes the whole process seamless and as frictionless as possible. And now let's look into the 5 main benefits of using a cloud-based software solution for your accounting and bookkeeping, as well as the full implementation we introduced into Steve's business. Cost effective. As we touched on, bookkeepers are expensive and often aren't necessary if you have a good cloud-based accounting system in place. We effectively saved 24k in Steve's business by utilising cloud-based bookkeeping software. Location freedom. Cloud-based accounting systems are easy to use and can be accessed from anywhere in the world, providing you have a stable internet connection. This plays a massive part of getting your wealth creation strategy in place, namely around location freedom. As the business owner and entrepreneur, imagine lying on the beach, sipping a cocktail, whilst your cloud-based systems are all doing the work for you. Ease of use. You don't need any previous experience with accounting to use a cloud-based system. These are usually set up in a way that simplifies the bookkeeping process so that absolutely anyone, whatever your background, is able to use the system to record business transactions. And how amazing is this? It takes a qualified accountant generally 3 years of study to become qualified. And with these systems, we can pretty much do a lot of the basic stuff with the inbuilt AI that's within this system. However, on that note, always ensure that you do use an accountant to help your business with any more complex tax affairs. Live info. Cloud-based systems automatically keep track of your expenses and income, so you always have up-to-date information at your fingertips. This allows you and your business to stay ahead of the curve. With live information, you're able to adapt and change your business strategies as soon as you see an issue, rather than having to wait a few months. In such a competitive world that we live in today, being able to adapt and change as quickly as possible with the way the market is turning is going to help keep your business remaining relevant and able to fit with any emerging market trends. Security. Cloud-based systems are secure and reliable, so your data is protected at all times. Modern systems are all built to be GDPR compliant, therefore protecting your customers' and employees' data. You can be safe in the knowledge that using a cloud-based system will keep your data locked away from prying eyes. Now let's look back at the solution we introduced into Steve's construction business. Steve needed a way to speed up the data capture in his business so that he could get live feedback on the performance of his business. He was looking for a solution that was able to get information into the software as quickly, easily, and as frictionless as possible, approve costs before actioning payment, and thirdly, reduce costs. So with QuickBooks as the backbone cloud accounting software, how could we help Steve to get information into QuickBooks quick and easy for him? And this is where we use a system called DEXT, which talks to QuickBooks very nicely. And basically what DEXT does is automates the bookkeeping process in your business. So in the course of your day-to-day running of the business, if you've just paid for an expense and you've been given a receipt, you're able to take a photo of this receipt as soon as you are handed it to get it into your system by using your phone. DEXT will then analyse the paperwork and using AI will automatically know the supplier, costing, VAT and total amount, and then post this transaction to QuickBooks. If you receive an invoice from your suppliers, then DEXT comes with its own email address, personalised to your company, your suppliers can then issue invoices directly to. And as we just looked at with the receipt example, DEXT will analyse the paperwork and post this transaction to QuickBooks. And if you get handed an invoice in person or receive one in the post, then again, DEXT is there for you. You can either scan the invoice in and send it to that personalised email address, or you can use the app to take a photo of the invoice as we did with the receipt. Once you send it to DEXT, again, it will analyse the paperwork and post this transaction to QuickBooks. This solution allowed us to get transactions into the system as frictionless as possible. However, one of the things that DEXT does not do is allow someone to review the transactions and approve them before being entered into the system. You can tell DEXT to just automatically post transactions to QuickBooks. However, it's important to have a step in place to review these costs to ensure that you recognise the transactions, and also allows you as the business owner and entrepreneur to keep on top of the costs coming through your business. So in order to approve costs before being entered into QuickBooks, we turn to another solution called ApprovalMax. ApprovalMax is very simply exactly what it sounds like, a way to approve transactions as easy and frictionless as possible. Workflow in Steve's business now with these solutions look like this. Invoice received and then a photo taken within the DEXT app to get it into the system. DEXT is able to recognise and extract the relevant data to enter this invoice to QuickBooks. However, before it does, it sends the invoice to ApprovalMax for approval by the director of the business. And once received in ApprovalMax, the invoice can be signed off by a simple click of a button. And then once approved, the invoice is then entered into QuickBooks as an approved invoice ready to be paid. And honestly, this solution was a total game changer for Steve's business. And I just cannot recommend this solution highly enough for anyone else's business. And looking at the other benefit of saving cost, we can see now how we achieved the 24k saving in Steve's business. Steve was paying 25k a year for his bookkeeper. We introduced QuickBooks 384, DEXT 264, and ApprovalMax 320. And with these three solutions in place, we were able to let his bookkeeper go, saving the business 25k a year from the salary that was being paid to this person. But in total, after offsetting the cost of these new software solutions, we brought a grand total 24k saving into this business going forward. All we've looked at today is helping you to create wealth for yourself and your family as you head towards time freedom in your business. As the entrepreneur, it is important that you have the right cloud-based software solutions in place to enable you to work where you want, when you want, in order to be able to focus on the right type of work on your business and not working in your business as an employee. These solutions tick off the finance solution required for location freedom. Other systems that are needed in place to get 100% location freedom are inquiries to handle your sales and marketing, as well as delivery to keep track of the products and solutions you are selling in your business. Having these systems in place, all cloud-based, will enable you to keep track of all the business activities in your company and allow you to zone in and focus on pressing matters or things which your business which require your most urgent attention. As a business owner and entrepreneur, it is important to know your numbers. Get this finance solution in place and you'll have all the data at your fingertips to enable you to keep track of key performance indicators, which will keep you on your journey of growth, with the final destination being the wealth creation station. And don't forget to hit the like subscribe button to this channel. If you'd like to learn more about creating wealth for yourself and your family, then it's important to know why you're doing this in the first place, as well as setting goals for yourself to work towards to achieve this. So check out this video here where we run through useful frameworks and tools to help you with your goal setting process. Next video.